What's up, world? Welcome to RealityBytesTV. Today we're going to talk about being certain in uncertainty. Those times when you tried to go and do something where you thought about jumping out for something, but because all the I's weren't dotted and all the T's weren't crossed, you felt like it wasn't going to be successful. Have you had those times when you felt like you needed to do something, go after something, a vision, a goal, some kind of entrepreneurial pursuit, something you had your mind and your heart set on, but because you didn't have everything perfect and set just so, you couldn't do it? That right there can be something that's detrimental to anything you try to go after. Because if we're going hard after something, if we're hustling, if we're dream chasing, if we're trying to make something magnificent happen for our lives, for the lives of our family, for the lives of our communities, wherever we are, and we want to wait for everything to be perfectly so to make it happen, listen, that is the time when it often fails. That is the time when procrastination can set in. That is the time we mess ourselves up from going after that purpose, after that calling, if we're waiting for everything to be perfect to make it happen. Let me tell you a story. There's this guy, right, named Jonathan, or for this case, if you could think of somebody in your own life who had this personality, let's call him that. But there's this guy named Jonathan, and he's trying to go and defeat this army, these big baddies in this army. He wants to go defeat them, and he has his armor bearer with him. No, that's old Bible language. Let me see. He has somebody with him that's carrying his gun, carrying his ammunition, carrying his pack, whatever it is, as he goes into war. Now, it's just him and just his armor bearer. Two guys going against a full-fledged army of beasts, of monsters, of bad individuals, bad guys. And his father, who's the king, said, hey man, I want you to take this approach to get it done. Take this approach to make it happen. Take this approach because it's tested, it's tried, and it's gonna work, or it's supposed to work. But Jonathan said, let's do the craziest part of it. Let's take me and you, armor bearer, and do the crazy side part that has nothing to do with my father's plans, nothing to do with anything logical. Because what? It's not logical to take these two guys, first of all, to go after this huge army of Philistines. Two guys can't do it. Two guys shouldn't do it. Two guys wouldn't do it. But these two tried it. And Jonathan said, if we take this plan of going to the side, and he had a whole strategy that we won't get into now of how it should be done, of what he should do. And it was crazy. But the crazier part is he wasn't certain about it. He said to his armor bearer, maybe this will work. Wives, what if your husband got up one morning and had a vision, a plan for something to do? Or wives, what if your wife got up with the same kind of thing? It's crazy, outlandish vision, crazy, outlandish something to do and something to make happen. And they said, I'm not sure this is going to work, but maybe. And that maybe had a risk of everything that you had, everything you built on that maybe. What would you do? Wives, you'd probably be looking for marital counseling for your husband and say, this brother's crazy. This guy has no sense. And men, you'd probably be looking at your wife like she was crazy, giving her some serious side eye and going to your friend saying, man, that woman right there, that chick is bananas. Why? Because you're risking everything that you have, everything that's certain for something that's not. And let me be honest, let me be true with you, because that's a hard thing. Many of us cannot do that. Many of us would not do that. Not because it's not right, but because it doesn't make sense. And because when we balance what we have that's certain for an uncertain future or an uncertain, amazing something on the other side, the scales don't weigh even. But Jonathan says, hey man, listen, maybe God will work for us. So here's my question for you. Here's my encouragement for you and for me as well. What if we took the leap? What if we wrote the book? What if we scored the film? What if we went and got the job? What if we started the business? What if we asked her to marry us? What if we had the child? What if? If we take a big vision, a big dream, something that we want, and we put it on the other side of what if, we need to start asking ourselves the what if, but let the answer be, let's go ahead, because just maybe that what if will come out on the other side something amazing. And here's the trick about it, is that we don't know if it is. but maybe it will. And I think that we need to get to a place of living in the joy and the power and the courage and the victory of a maybe, as opposed to sitting on our rear parts, our hind parts, and relishing in the success or the laziness of where we certainly are now. And that's somewhere we have to get to. I have to get to it. You have to get to it. So let's keep each other accountable. Let's push each other hard. Let's go hard. Let's leave it all out on the field as we chase after the what ifs. Because like Jonathan said to his armor bearer, maybe God will show up for us. And that goes against a lot of Christian faith that says God is certainly going to do it. God's certainly going to make it happen. But Jonathan said, maybe God will show up. And God is so amazing that his maybe is enough for us to stake our whole lives on. His maybe is enough for us to stake our whole future on. Listen, I love you guys so much. We'll come back tomorrow with some more Reality Bites TV on this particular subject, because we want to talk about his armor bearer, who had an amazing part in this as well. I love you guys so much. Listen, if what you are hearing and seeing is encouraging you and it's inspiring you, do me a favor. Share, share, share. Carrier pigeon, message in the bottle, cell phone, text message, especially on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Share what you're hearing here if it's inspiring and encouraging you. And do me another favor. Once you've shared it, comment below. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me those hearts, whatever it is, and meet me at facebook.com RealityBytesTV or instagram.com RealityBytesTV, and I will see you soon on Reality Bites TV, where real faith meets real life. Love you so much. Peace.